Now on News 3 Live at 5, a local neighborhood in shock after the murder of a 17-year-old boy.
I just can't believe something like that would happen in this neighborhood.
News 3 with new information on the investigation tonight.
Metro Police releasing new video of yet another police shooting. At 5, why police say they had no choice but to shoot at a robbery suspect.
President Trump and North Korea's Kim Jong-un getting ready to sit down for a face-to-face meeting.
News 3 starts right now.
We begin at 5 with remembrances for a 17-year-old found shot to death inside an abandoned Henderson home. Thank you for joining us. I'm Marie Mortera.
And I'm Jim Snyder. Matthew Minkler is his name. He's being remembered as a kind spirit. 2 other teenagers in jail tonight accused of killing him.
Minkler's body found in a home near Eastern and Horizon Ridge. That's where we find News 3's Antonio Castellan.
Marie, this is a quiet Henderson neighborhood. People living here say this is hard to believe. Henderson police have not released the motive behind this killing. Family members describe 17-year-old Matthew Minkler as a sweet boy. They say his loss is devastating. Early Saturday morning, Henderson police say they discovered Minkler's body inside this abandoned house off of Eastern and Horizon Ridge Parkway. The Clark County coroner says Minkler died of a gunshot wound to the head.
I just can't believe something like that would happen in this neighborhood.
Ron Schneider has lived in this neighborhood for 13 years. Schneider tells us he had no idea teenagers were inside the abandoned home. Henderson police say late Friday night, they discovered a group of teens driving recklessly in a stolen car. Police tried pulling it over, but the teens sped through a red light and lost control. The car crashed into the intersection, and that's when 5 teenagers ran from the car. Police detained them, and through questioning, learned 2 of the teens claimed they took part in Minkler's murder.
People just don't have any respect for life anymore, you know? All these school shootings and everything that's going on.
Henderson police have not released the ages of the 2 boys arrested on suspicion of murder. What the motive was behind Minkler's killing is unknown. Neighbor Armando Valdez says this is chilling to hear.
What's happening? You know, it's just quiet neighborhood. You can leave your doors unlocked at night. Now it's not like that no more.
Schneider believes if parents were more present in their children's lives, tragedies like Minkler's murder could be avoided.
Not enough parental control, I think, is probably what I see. Being an ex-teacher, you know, all through my 40 years of teaching experience, I would see less and less parental involvement.
The 2 juveniles have been charged with murder. Reporting live, Antonio Castellan, News 3.
Antonio, thank you. Metro Police also investigating this deadly hit-and-run crash that claimed a life. The crash is taking place early this morning in the Northeast Valley at Lake Mead and Mount Hood. Police say the driver of one of the cars ran off but later contacted police and is now in custody.
Now to this split-second decision caught on a police body camera. Actually, this is an overhead shot here, but it shows officers shooting an accused robber.
Police say the officers fired at the suspect who tried to get away when he was cornered by police early Saturday in the Southwest. News 3's Kelsey Thomas with new information on the police shooting.
Well, Marie, we are getting our first look at that chaotic confrontation between police and the accused thief, who now faces charges much more serious than robbery. Police say that this robbery suspect tried to reverse in his car, nearly running over officers, and that is when a sergeant opened fire 14 times. What started as a routine arrest ends in a police shooting. A robbery suspect shot 5 times. On Monday, our first look at that suspect. This is Sean Kittredge, a suspect in a string of 8 armed robberies at businesses in a 2-week period. During a briefing today, we learned police were doing surveillance on Kittredge. He initially complies with officers to get down on the ground, but then police say he jumps into his car and hits reverse, nearly hitting a canine officer, then points a loaded gun at 2 officers before Sergeant Joseph Emery opens fire.
They wait for a golden opportunity to take persons like this into custody. He complied originally, got back in the vehicle. They knew he was armed. Prior incidents, and he felt right then and there with the canine officer being right behind the vehicle, and the gun pointed directly at another detective, and then the second time a gun pointed at another detective. He felt he had to take action at that time.
Sergeant Emery hit Kittredge 5 times. Kittredge, who police say had a loaded gun in his car, was rushed to the hospital. According to detectives, he has an extensive criminal record that includes battery, drugs, and weapons charges. And this is the 7th officer-involved shooting for Metro so far this year. And as for that sergeant who opened fire on the suspect, he has been placed on routine paid administrative leave. Reporting live this afternoon from Metro headquarters, Kelsey Thomas, News 3.
Kelsey, thank you.